Tale of the tape here. Effectively, Goedhart, the older fighter, but also substantially the taller and with a longer reach. We'll put some money on him exploiting that in the fight so far.
Like this.
When this catchweight fight, 88 kilograms, is scheduled 3 rounds of 5 minutes. The referee is Mr. Daniel Sharifi.
No questions.
I got into my head a couple of shows back that Roland was actually older than this. He's only 34, which actually is really sort of his physical prime. And, you know, it's a perfect time for him to be very busy in his career.
And we have liftoff.
Roland's just sort of throwing a few feints out to see if there's any bite.
A couple of stance switches already from Goedhart. And you can see already that rhythm we were speaking about, Robin, of Molka, just a little bit off, a little bit jittery.
Yeah, dancing to a song we don't hear, you know, and that's actually very, very difficult to deal with. You know, it's arrhythmic and strange, you know, there's very few patterns to it.
Yeah, you don't know where to start being Roland Goedhart.
And you can see just Goedhart just trying to compute it a little bit, but Molka's playing that atonal free jazz style fighting right now.
Very positive thing if you're Patryk Molka. When Roland Goedhart doesn't know where to start, he's got the power, but he needs to find the opening. And when you don't show him the openings,
a straight kick down the middle, maybe, you know, or like a downward stomp above the knee. Like there's a long kick. That's kind of why John Jones uses those, like something you can touch him at that he can't touch you at to kind of get yourself started.
It's intriguing the way they're fighting at the minute. You wouldn't say Goedhart looks substantially taller or longer reach.
No.
It's a good left kick from Molka there.
I mean, patience can often be good all around, but if you're Goedhart, you definitely have let Molka get a little more settled. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's what you want. You want him to attack like this.
Oh, that looked like a low blow.
The sound of it definitely confirmed it was a low blow. That was bone on cup for sure.
And Molka is in agony there, the way he dropped down.
Yeah, he may not even get up. The sound of that, it sounded like a gunshot to the groin.
And got some flashbacks there.
Yeah.
Been there.
Yeah.
No fun.
Okay, listen. I don't know if we'll hear the sound.
Oh, hear the sound, but that was...
You didn't hear the sound, but you saw it.
I had 2 children after that happened to me, so...
Oh, there we go.
You don't even have to say bink. It's just there for you.
Yeah, it's like a baseball bat cracking against a shin.
Not a shin. Yeah, not a shin.
I don't know if I'd rather get punched in the face by Roland Goedhart or if that, you know, get kicked down there. Real tough one.
Ideally, neither.
There have been many fights. If you commentate enough fights or watch enough fights, you see fights where the fighters can't get up. There was ruptured testicles in a Bellator bout that I was at. And that was real. They took him out on a stretcher, and we got the report back. I don't know medically what actually a ruptured testicle is, but the sound of it sounds really bad.
Well, I think we can all agree on the scale of good things to bad things. Ruptured testicles are
bad.
The bad side.
Yeah. He's out.
But he's not used his full time. Molka's corner should be you can see he's still in distress. He's breathing heavy. Molka's team here should be telling him, take your time. You have several minutes here. Use them.
Yeah. And for Roland, you have to stay in the fight too mentally.
Yep.
You know, this is a variable for you that you didn't expect, where you're going to almost kick a guy's groin off and then have to stand and wait and keep yourself mentally in it too.
You know, when you get kicked down there, there's so many things that happen because it messes up your breathing.
Yeah.
So you control your breathing during the fight, but when you get kicked there and then your stomach hurts.
Yeah.
It does a lot of things and not a single good one.
Another great bout on our night of killer fights.
That's Kabulu doing shadow boxing, and there's a Brickell responding in kind.
I remember getting booed by 10,000 plus
Yeah.
for taking my time.
Yeah.
But I will say it's been a very polite crowd
Yes.
for this to actually understand what just happened there and take it all in their stride.
There we go.
Those 10,000 people, Stefan, they were rude. They were rude.
If they felt what you were feeling, they wouldn't have been booing.
No.
So, after a short break from a low blow, we are back with Molka versus Goedhart.
Oh, beautiful combination there by Goedhart.
Magnificent.
The right hand delivered the knuckles in, and just the kicks just flicked behind it.
It's a big knee.
Yeah. Same basic sequence, but a knee instead of a kick.
Goedhart not allowing Molka to settle back into this, just going for the kill.
Yeah.
Nice body kick.
Definitely picked up the pace after that happened. Good combination there by Molka.
Yeah, Molka's coming in.
He's never out of a fight. Oh, big right hand shots.
Goedhart felt those. Molka ate a couple in return.
And you can see in Molka, his confidence is growing.
Yeah. He's won some fights against fighters of this level for sure in his life, and he's done it by being a little weird with his rhythm and a little unpredictable with his weapons.
And when you see these two guys and you don't know their skill set, you wouldn't give them a chance, but
you should.
Also far.
Doing very well. And he touches him again. Goedhart comes into the body, and Molka touches him to the face.
I want to see Goedhart counter after the kicks from Molka, because he leaves his legs hanging after his kicks.
Yeah, they've gone back to feeling each other out. It's been the story of this round so far. These moments of feints before, a little bit of explosive violence, and then they drop back into this little tit-for-tat moment.
I called I mentioned it earlier in the show. Luke Rockhold was fighting Joe Schilling last night, and when you've got some, just like that, when you take the shin bone and you smash it off the arms, there's a head kick from Goedhart. There's another, and punches now.
A minute left in this round. Goedhart is putting the pedal to the metal, and as you can see on Molka's face, a little bit of reddening around the eyes and nose.
Keeps firing.
Yes, he does. And in combination, and he touches him.
Uppercut.
Yeah, there's more.
Nice body kick there by Goedhart.
All action, a fireworks display in the final minutes of this round.
Kick the groin again.
And both fighters finding a lot of open flesh here.
I think they're both having a good time now, too. They're just right into this exchange, just right.
I know, we're having a good time, guys.
Right. It's true. Goedhart landed a right on the kick, Stefan, like you were talking about. When the kicks come.
The end of the first round.
Technically, the way Molka moves forward when he throws those punches, it looks really, really bad, but he connects.
Yeah, and it's very, so you, as a coach, you would tell your fighter not to do that. But if he's done it for so long, it actually starts to work, and its irregularity is what makes it so difficult to deal with.
Yeah, you can almost bet Goedhart doesn't have many sparring partners who come to exchanges like that.
Because it's, quote, wrong. So your partners don't do it. But it's not that wrong. Oh, yeah.
So
right.
he was the low blow that dominated the middle section of the fight. And this is what came after some beautiful combinations from Goedhart.
I talked to Henry Hoof last week at UFC 300, one of the best coaches in the game right now. And we talked about the footwork, and he's like, you know, some people used to tell me that Anthony Rumble Jones's footwork was no good. He's like, I don't care as long as he connects.
Yeah.
And
Seconds out.
Molka's footwork is not very good, but it's so unorthodox and he connects, so it works.
It works. I was having the exact same conversation with Coach Dean Thomas last night. There's nothing that's wrong if it works.
Yep.
Everything can work if you do it at the right moment. And that includes things that your coach says, quote, doesn't work.
By the way, I'm not comparing Rumble Johnson to Patryk Molka.
No. Anthony was a very special man.
Yes, he was.
And not saying that Molka is not.
We miss him dearly.
Yeah.
Something was up with Roland Goedhart. I couldn't quite hear what it was, but
I was trying to
taking
catch
time in the
it.
corner.
I wasn't sure whether it was a warning about a low blow again or whether it's anything to do with there's a little bit of blood on his stomach. I'm not sure if that was from him or Molka.
What's up with his nose? His nose looks different.
Yeah, it's one of those weird, irregular punches, no doubt. We haven't got a good look, a clean angle on the nose to see if it's C-shaped or what it is doing right now. Oh, there's a dent. Gets the kick up high.
Inside, outside.
He's definitely bleeding from the nose. Roland Goedhart is.
Yeah, and it could have a little dent in it. We still haven't got a front-on shot, but it looks... This one. Is there a dent? Yeah, it could be a dent right in the very middle. It's one of those weird punches coming in on a strange, irregular angle.
It looks like his nose is crooked to the right. I'm not 100% sure.
To be honest, both their noses look a little off right now from some of these exchanges.
Being a fighter, but yeah, now we can get a closer look. I can see there's blood really welling up in Roland Goedhart's nose.
There's the power again from Goedhart.
It's really pouring out.
He's experiencing fatigue. It's tiring to be in it, but he's not showing it. Goedhart is still moving cleanly. Both of them are in their own unique ways, right?
Powerful body kick there from Goedhart.
The kicks is what is making a difference for Goedhart in the fight. Especially when he kicks on the same side as his last punch.
Yeah, that punch-kick combo that he does. Throw a punch and then whip the kick behind it. It's a very modern expression.
Oh, yeah.
When you're tucking your head in here, you got to watch if your nose is not working, that you don't rub your own broken nose up in some of these spots like this. Once there's an injury, there's all these little places that you feel it when you're in still, halfway to go in a fight.
No finger in the cage. 2 times. Move.
Referee is giving Goedhart a warning for fingers in the cage there. 2 warnings, which one assumes if he does it again will be a point deduction.
Which is a big thing in a fight that you're presumably winning, but not winning by much. He lost a point here.
And you've got to think of the psychological elements as well. Goedhart will be hyper aware of his nose, and every time Molka touches it.
Yeah, and even when, like I was saying, when he puts his face in positions, he'll feel a little crunch sometimes too. It's very distracting.
Oh, we saw last week in the Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje fight how much a fight changes when you break your nose.
Speaking of, we have a new bonus that the Governor Donovan has introduced.
Nice response to that, jumping the attempt from Molka from Goedhart.
It's called the Max Holloway moment. If you point to the center and say, let's come and exchange, you become actively possible to win that bonus. Inspired by Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje, of course.
So guys, if that doesn't happen tonight, you want to make some extra money after the main event?
No, thank you.
I was about to say, maybe if Robert and I both go against you, but even then,
we can do that.
I don't think so.
No.
We can split it 3 ways.
Evasion by Molka, but
Goedhart has only 50 seconds here, but this is a big moment for the judges as well.
If you're Goedhart, you want to get your torso up high enough to get elbows on this guy.
We know he has some good submissions, but there's not enough time.
Yeah, and breathing's off, and everything's a little like random and chaotic. So yes, this is what you want.
This is exactly what he wants to do. He wants to create distance and then land those bombs.
Distance for damage. Should this fight go the remaining 15 seconds in this round and we get a 3rd round, let's see if we can get a shot of Goedhart's face when he's in his corner. Good work by Molka, man. He's taking away the gap and sort of hiding his face here.
The end of the
And
second
you can
round.
see the blood on Molka's chest from Goedhart's nose. And his nose is busted up. It's pouring blood.
Yeah, Goedhart just walked by in front of us, and his nose is definitely broken.
Yeah. You can see a little bend in it there. And the wide swelling around it. And it's bleeding out of both. Yeah, it's got all that. It's bad, yeah. It sucks.
It's not a good situation to be in, but this is Goedhart's third pro fight. What he'll learn from this and going through that pain is huge.
In fighting, as in life, if you look at it as it's happening to you, it's bad. If it's happening for you, it's good. So it's happening for you to gain this experience. This applies to most things in life. And, you know, it looked like that happened somewhere between the end of the first and early in the second, so he's already been fighting with it. So he knows he can do that.
It definitely happened in the first round because they were taking their time with that nose.
That's right.
For the third
After the first,
round of this fight.
big compliment to Roland Goedhart the way he's fighting in the second round.
Yep. And Molka as well, man. In enemy territory here, as he always is when he comes in and faces Dutch fighters here. And having a good fight is Patryk Molka.
Yeah, he's solved some, you know, proposed some riddles that Goedhart has yet to be able to fully solve.
A glancer, but
And for Goedhart, if he can take this on the ground and work his BJJ and not risk getting hit in the nose, it's a good moment for him.
if he can get control of the ankles and then keep his chest high and proud, so that keeps your head away, you can enter. You need your hips forward and your chest forward, your head away. But it's easier, yes, if you gain control of the feet or ankles. There's one, there's two, and he's in.
Took his time to move into position here because you definitely don't want to get up kicked in the nose.
No, you do not.
At the best of times, you don't want to get up.
Never.
And right now, Goedhart definitely doesn't want it to happen. But for him, this is great. He's got 4 minutes to work his BJJ. Presumably, he's the bigger, heavier man. This is a good situation to be in for the next 4 minutes.
Yeah, but as Robin said at the end of the second round, it's difficult when you're in this position and your nose is damaged like that because you don't want to rub it over him, you know. And you have to when you create distance.
Look where his face is right now. It's in the neck and the shoulder. Yeah, you're grinding. Many have described it as feeling like little pieces of glass or grains of sand in there as you move. I know it sounds awful, but
you do such a good job at describing those painful things.
Yeah, it is. It's not great, but it's better to be on top with it, right? Better to be in this position if you're Roland. And Molka's goal now is to stay in this fight and then try to reverse this position and get back to his feet and bring some chaos again.
He needs to do something, though, to win this fight, though, because in my opinion, the first 2 rounds are the rounds for Goedhart.
Yeah. Molka had really good phrases and minutes, you know, but yeah, it's been Roland in control.
It's been moments for Molka, as you said, but you don't realize how much you use your nose in these positions until you hurt it.
The face is squished into any spot. Look, right there. Look, where's your face? Your face is pressured even there. Although now he's to the side, and look what Molka's doing, punching around. Any small little punch into a damaged area, a compromised or damaged area is meaningful.
And the referee asked for a little bit more action there, which is good for Molka because he probably just wants to keep Goedhart clamped down and get him standing so he can hit that.
Oh, there's a big one.
Nice hammer fist there by Goedhart.
Covering the mouth. It's effective breathing.
Like he's
create response.
It's like he's trying to say, you messed up my breathing, I'll mess up yours.
Right, that's right. I will legally mess up yours. 2 minutes now. But yeah, if you're Goedhart, this is a hard fought 13 minutes so far, but no better place you could be than on top here with a guy presumably more tired than you.
Preferably you never break your nose. Luckily I never broke my nose, but in your third pro fight, it's a really good experience for Goedhart. Now it has happened.
Even just seeing the blood drip on somebody else the first time is quite distracting, especially when it just keeps happening. You don't want to be thinking about your injuries. You want to be thinking about this, attacking. But yes, it's a great experience to have for a...
I remember when that happened when I was fighting Dennis Stojnic, who we got later tonight on this card.
Yeah.
Another thing or two about bleeding, guys.
Yeah. That was a cut, right?
Sometimes it happens and you make the best.
Nope, yeah, you want to. When fighters' knees are on the ground like Goedhart's are, up kicks are not legal. But if they're still coming, you know, you got to get your head out of the way. Even an illegal shot is something you don't want to, especially an illegal shot, it's not something you want to absorb.
Has managed this quite nicely so far this round, given enough action to stop the referee from standing him up, but controlled the fight, given damage.
But, you know, Patryk Molka is one of these guys that any promoter is happy to have because he's tough and gritty, and he's in fights. He creates difficult fights for people, and he's making a good account of himself in a hard fight against a really rugged prospect.
And he'll take a fight on a couple of days' notice. He's always ready to fight.
And with 20 seconds left, he has given Roland Goedhart an excellent showing here. And Roland's had to work hard. There's sort of a choke here. It's an unlikely choke, but it's not impossible here. From the bottom, it's highly, now Roland actually is in the better position.
And you can hear how much that meant from Goedhart. Is bellowing at the end there. That was, you can see how tough that was for him.
5 minutes is a long time when you're in a cage, but it gets longer and longer when you break your nose.
Yeah, well, and that was 5 minutes twice with a broken nose, round 2 and 3. His nose don't look so hot either right now.
That may have been like that before he came.
Yeah, but it's a reflection on the type of chaos they both brought to this fight. But yes, assuming Roland is the winner, an incredibly important experience for him to have somebody so tough, rugged, and irregular, and the experience of the damage to his nose.
Have a look at some of the highlights here.
He had his man off balance by evading the one shot and then throwing the counter over top. And this was how it looked at the end. He took a little elbow on the way down.
And after 3 rounds of 5 minutes, we've counted the points and we have a winner. And the winner is the man in the red corner, Roland Goedhart.
Great fight, gentlemen. Thank you both for a great fight. Roland, my man, a guy like this is going to come in and give you everything you can handle and a tough chest, exhausted, probably a broken nose, but you swim through the whole thing and get the victory. You got to feel good.
Yeah, I knew this is going to happen. I don't know why, but I knew it's going to be a tough fight. People from Poland are fucking tough. They all know it. East Europe, warriors. But yeah, I did the job. I'm going to be honest. I broke my nose. I felt Daniel coming to me. Almost want to give up, but I pushed through. And now I think I'll level up my game again.
100%. That experience of questioning it and actually embracing it and being honest about it and pushing through it, you're a changed man forever because of that.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Can I say one more thing quickly? I tried to do it in English because I have a little bit of a headache now. But last week somebody passed away, Rob Kahlman. True legend of the game, and I want to take a few seconds to be silent for Rob Kahlman, if that's possible.
Please, a few moments of silence for Rob Kahlman. Thank you. Congratulations. Great fight, gentlemen. Your winner, Roland Goedhart.
A class act, a incredibly promising fighter, and a gutsy driven